Thousands of civilians have fled western Mosul as Iraqi forces continue to push back Islamic State militants. The United Nations is building a camp just south of the city to take the flood of people suddenly without homes. But hundreds of thousands are still trapped. Many more have been used as human shields as IS militants too try to flee.
They've waited 3 long years to escape Islamic State control. Since the assault on Mosul began, these civilians have been forced to walk alongside IS militants as human shields. Now, as Iraqi forces move in, they're finally free.
The situation is very good. The Iraqi security forces entered the district and liberated us.
Thousands of civilians have fled western Mosul as US-backed forces liberate their homes. Tired, dusty and frightened, they've begun pouring into displacement camps.
We left our house, our cars, everything we owned, with nothing but our clothes. Everything I have I left behind.
But many have been caught in the crossfire as they try to flee. Safana Hamad mourns the death of her daughter in a mortar attack. Grief-stricken, she clutches the girl's rag doll. Naja Ahmed lost 3 of her family in a roadside bomb.
A roadside bomb went off on my daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law flew up in the air, and her son also, and my son. His face was destroyed.
Scores of dead and wounded are brought to a field hospital just outside Mosul. As the war intensifies, civilians make up a high number of casualties.
So far, I've received 50 to 60 people wounded by arbitrary bombing by Daesh, and I referred them to the clinic.
The United Nations says 750,000 civilians are still trapped in their homes. Iraqi forces yesterday recaptured 2 more neighbourhoods, but with thousands of IS militants still holed up in the town, it'll be months before Mosul is completely freed. Anne Barker, ABC News.